What's up everyone, Tyler Medeiros here and welcome to TylerMedeirosTV. For those of you who are not subscribed, you can subscribe down below so you don't miss a video, and for those of you that are, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be actually doing something really exciting and interesting. We're going to be going out and checking out this abandoned cemetery. But quickly before we get into today's video, if you're not following me on my social medias like Instagram and Twitter, you could go ahead and do that now. You can follow me on Instagram at @TheRealTylerMedeiros and on Twitter at TylerMedeiros. But yes guys, like I said, we are on our way to investigate an abandoned cemetery. But let me just say, the last time I went to investigate an abandoned cemetery, there wasn't any tombstones, but the cemetery itself did not seem abandoned. It was actually pretty well taken care of. So yes, it is said that this cemetery is abandoned, but I will not know until I get there. I have never been to this location. I've only found it and seen it on Google Maps, so I have no idea what it's gonna look like when we actually get there. All right, so just to give you guys a little bit of a background about this location, it used to be called the Old Catholic Cemetery. It is now known as the Marian Cemetery, just located outside of Morris. But this cemetery was established along with a Roman Catholic church that is located just down the street. This cemetery was created for the German and Irish patrons of this church, and it is said that those are the only graves that are there. But with that being said, after doing some research, apparently there was only 3 tombstones, but they believe that there was several people that were laid to rest in this cemetery. Along with figuring that out, I came across some photos of the cemetery, and it is just completely overgrown by tall trees and a bunch of bushes. So you can tell that this cemetery hasn't been used in a very long time. But yes, like I said, this cemetery was built for a church that is just down the street. So I'm gonna go ahead, once we get there and we do our investigation at the cemetery, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I could find that church, and if that church maybe still is there or if it's abandoned. So we're gonna be getting into that as well, but right now I'm just on my way to this abandoned cemetery location, and let's see what it looks like when we get there. Alright guys, so I have driven up and down this street already twice where it's supposed to be located, but I haven't seen anything that would be that area. Actually, as I was just saying that, I think I just drove past it. It is really overgrown, but I think I just caught a glimpse of the sign. There is a sign that says Marian Cemetery. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn around. I think I found it, guys, so give me a second here. Okay, so I went ahead and turned around, and now I'm on my way back to where I just thought I saw it. So let's see if it really is there. Where I saw the sign is just a bunch of trees, and there's no sign of it being a cemetery other than the sign that says Marian Cemetery. But you can't see any tombstones and anything like that just from driving past it. It kind of just blends in with the trees around this area. So we're on our way back, and let's see if this actually is the cemetery. Okay, so yes, I just drove past it. It is the cemetery, so I'm gonna go ahead and do another U-turn and park up, and let's get in to investigate this abandoned cemetery. Okay, so I'm finally parked out front of the cemetery, and guys, it looks really creepy. I would not want to be here at night. The area is really small, but guys, it is really, really creepy. I can't wait for you guys to see this. It's spooking me, and I'm not even in it yet. But all right, guys, let's head into the cemetery and do this spirit box and see if anything comes through and if anything wants to communicate with me. Alright guys, so right away as soon as you walk into the cemetery, there's a tombstone that you could see that is pretty much grown over, but right beside it there is another one right here, just right at the entrance. And from what I've read, there's only 3 tombstones, which the other one I could see in the back there, but right away you could see the 2 tombstones right here at the entrance. But let's go a little bit deeper into this cemetery and find the other tombstone, and then we're going to be getting into the spirit box. Alright guys, so there is the 3rd tombstone. It is said that there is only 3 tombstones here, but people believe that there has been several people buried here, and you just don't see any evidence of that. But let's go ahead and set up the spirit box and see if anything wants to communicate with us. Alright guys, so I'm all set up and I'm standing right beside that big tombstone. It's just behind the camera here. But let's go ahead and turn the spirit box on and see if anything comes through and what they possibly have to say. Is there anyone here who would like to communicate? I'm here with light and love. I mean, no disrespect, no harm. I would just like to hear your story. If there's anything you have to say, you can use this device to communicate with me. I'll be able to hear you. Now, something did come through. There we go. Now it's starting to get a little more active. I think now they're aware that someone is here and trying to communicate with them, but let's see what we get to come through. I want to hear your story. Maybe you know why this cemetery was abandoned. Yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. The person you see here is who you're talking to. I'm here in the name of white light, and I mean you guys no harm. Do you guys want me to leave? I'm interested in hearing what you possibly have to say. Like what your name is, maybe why you died. How many of you are in this cemetery right now? Alright, I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for talking with me, and thank you so much for listening to me. Okay, I just want to say goodbye to you guys, and may you guys rest in peace. Alright guys, so there was a few voices that were coming through. Even though that there's only 3 tombstones in this cemetery, there could be a lot of residual energy in this abandoned cemetery. But yes guys, like I said, this place just gives you a really weird feeling, and it's so weirdly placed just in this location. And now it's just making me think of what used to be around here and why did they choose this specific location for this cemetery. And not only that, but why did it go abandoned and there really isn't too many tombstones here? But I think that's one of the most interesting things about places like this is you truly never know the history behind it and what really went on here. After I left the cemetery, I looked for the church that was said to be associated with the forgotten cemetery. After looking around where the church was said to be, I couldn't find a thing. As I was about to drive away, I saw an older man mowing his grass, so I decided to ask him if he had known any church associated with the cemetery, and if there was any church or abandoned church around. The man went on to tell me he has lived there his whole life, and the only church around was on the other side of town. He then began to tell me about a church that was said to be in the area in the early 1800s, way before his time. After driving away, I went and closed out my video and started to head home. Little did I know I would stumble across something really strange. But I don't know, guys, there's a really weird energy about this cemetery, but I'm happy I came to check it out. It's not often that you get to see abandoned cemeteries like this, so I'm really excited that I came to check it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and close out today's video here. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, give it a nice big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. But guys, make sure you are subscribed and turn on post notifications so you do not miss it when I upload and when I go live. But I will see you guys in my next video. Peace. As I was driving home, I needed to stop for gas. The first gas station I saw, I pulled in. As I was standing at the pump, I noticed behind the gas station, there was what looked like to be an abandoned hotel. So of course, after I put gas, I parked my car and just walked closer to the abandoned hotel. As I was looking around, I noticed a forest with a path. Now I had my camera in hand, so I thought it would be a pretty cool place to take some pictures. So I began to walk into the forest when I noticed a dark structure in the distance. Now I have no idea what it is or what it is used for, but this is what I caught on camera. While I was there, I had the feeling of someone just in the darkness of the rooms watching me, just waiting for me to come in. When exploring, you never know what you'll find, but the greatest exploring is the things you never expected to find.